Shere is a very pretty village nestled on the river Tillingbourne. It first appeared in the Doomsday Book in 1086 and at that time was held by William the Conqueror. We start our journey from the car park in the centre of Shere, opposite Middle Street. We pass down Middle Street with the town well on our right hand side. We will eventually get down to the river Tillingbourne, where we turn right. On turning right into Lower Street, the Tillingbourne is on our right hand side. We follow the path with the stream continually on our right hand side until we come to a small ford crossing. On arriving at the crossing, we could pass over the stream and head on up the hill, looking for a house on our left-hand side. On reaching the house, you'll see a signposted path on your left-hand side. We follow this path and you will see it's walled on the left. Following the wall for some distance, we eventually come into an open field which we need to cross to the far side on it to enter the wood. Whilst walking through the wood, you'll see some lovely panoramic views over towards Newlands Cross and Silent Pool. And eventually the church will appear in front of us. We head off to the right of the church down to the road. On joining the road, we turn off to the left and follow it to New Road. Just before we get to New Road, we will pass over the Tillingbourne once again. But at New Road we turn left, and immediately to our left is the entrance to Albury Park. At Albury Park we go through the gated entrance into the lands that lead us eventually to the Saxon Church of St. Peter and St. Paul. Just before we get to the church, the road forks left and right. Here we head off to the right, with the wood also on our right. Having taken the right turn at the fork, we walk a short distance and look over up the hill towards the wood, where you will see a public footpath. Here we enter the wood. At the start of the entrance to the wood is a very steep climb. This goes on for some distance before it levels off, and we eventually come to an iron gate. We pass through the iron gate, and then after a few yards we turn to the left. Here we go through the wooden gated path, which will take us back to the river Tillingbourne and also then on into Shere. As we come down the hill, we will eventually see the river Tillingbourne in front of us. Here we turn right and keep the river on our left hand side. We follow this path all the way back into the centre of Shere, all the time keeping the river Tillingbourne on our left. Once the path finishes, we will end up into Lower Street once more with the footbridge on our left hand side. We carry on into the centre of town and head into the square. On entering the square you'll see a few shops and the public house, one of two in the centre of Shere, and also the church. We head off in the direction of the church. We head into Church Lane, with St James's Church in front of us. We veer to the right of the church where the houses are and follow that till we see a public footpath leading us across the back of the church through the graveyard. The public footpath that leads us through the back of the church and the graveyard, if followed straight, will lead us up into Gomshall Lane, where we turn left, and after a few yards we will see the Shere Village Hall. Next to the Village Hall is also the Shere Museum, which is open at weekends. Carrying on a little bit further, we get back to Middle Street with the car park on our right hand side.